A year ago when I thought this place was damn near the best place I had been to say poetry in my fucking life. Especially this place. Yeah. Right here. Yeah! Give it up for yourselves for being so fucking awesome.
That's it!
Yeah. So here's a piece. We're just going to run through pieces because we know there's a time thing. And we'll banter a little bit and get to know each other. Beautiful. Alright, well this is a poem that's kind of an homage to one of the most kind of defining moments of my life. When I have drunk so much that the bouncer at my lips has passed out, and the honest manifestations of bullshit find their way into the world from my mouth. Such as, I want to turn my esophagus into a grappling hook and pull down the moon. Turn hearts into spoons so we can feed each other compassion, because beer will be our blanket tonight. Suffice to say, this is me at 151 proof nonsense, slashing pulses into megaphones, plugged into carotid arteries, beating out death march rhythms, and emailing you this poem would be nuclear megatons worse than a drunk dial. But no! Thankfully, I do not email you this proclamation of my tragically awkward whiteness. I will no longer build the house of any relationship on a foundation of spilled whiskey, imagining shot glasses are bullet casings, fired at a dam, holding back our deluge of ecstasy. We can no longer drink and fuck and break our blood vessels together to make ourselves any more complete. But gods know we've tried, because there is a desolate canyon in all of us, ravaged by wildfire, left dreadfully bare, and each person out there has at least one patch of scorched skin, mistaking blazes for nourishment, and a world gone lonely. In a lot of places I don't like to say this, but I'm going to say this line anyway, right here. Ancient Buddhists used to say that an elixir of life flows from the legs of women when they orgasm. And this precious liquid should be drinking deeply whenever possible. Hallelujah to this! Infinite goodness to the people, loving is a heartfelt yes! We are walking wellsprings with gifts launched in our back pockets. It's a miracle every time yes happens, and I can't think of a better reason to keep on living. Even though getting close to each other can be like fumbling around in the dark with butcher knives taped to our wrists, trying to embrace without ending up in homicide. It is far too easy to get lost in each other, and far too boring to shelter our caress. Even though despair lingers at our front doorsteps like a cruel landlord spraying poison on the shrubs we see each morning, and somehow we wash that toxicity away with prayer in the form of breath trickling onto earlobes, holy throats ebbing and flooding, whispering oceans to each other. Just talk dirty to me. Stack your bones like kindling, use my clothes as the match. We'll leave the funeral pyre of this last orgasm, it shall be no little death. Sing a dirge to my ashes with a bonfire kiss. The only church I've ever known is two bodies pressed together. The only home I'm ever coming back to is palms cradling shoulder blades. Perhaps the universe is conspiring to transform each and every one of us into an element, with every ounce of glory and frustration that it takes to leap into each other's skin.